Today, I'm going to introduce you to one of our marquee customers, Barclays, and the work that we have been doing in the investment bank research space. You'll hear from our leader, Valerie Monchi, about the work that Capgemini has been pioneering in the investment bank research, bringing together our capabilities within strategy design with Frog and Invent, our digital and data capabilities, and a customer-first agenda using which we have redesigned Barclays Live. You'll be hearing from Valerie and Chandra, who leads our customer-first offering.
Welcome, Valerie. It was exciting to have you here today.
Thank you for having me, and I'm looking forward to this interview.
Let's start with the journey of Barclays Live. What brought you to that idea of really reimagining, from a Barclays Live perspective?
So, in an organization like ours, we evolve organically, and we rarely take the chance to take a step back and think, what is our client experience like on our content? Are we doing the right thing? And it was an opportunity for us to think, well, could we surface our research and our content differently? And what would it entail to do so? So the starting point was, how do we become more client-centric in the way that we surface our experience? And because we don't always trust ourselves to do it in the right way, involving people like you who have a more neutral view and also experience across other industries of what good looks like, it was a good opportunity to lean in on clients and understand what they wanted, and have you as a partner to tell us, no, don't always do things the way you do them. So I think that balance was really key. Research organization produces an enormous amount of content and thought leadership. Yeah. It's not like a news organization in the sense that it's meant to provide differentiated analysis on news, but for sure, experiences that exist in the world of journalism and publishing in general must have a bearing on what we do. So it's about understanding what are the tools that you can use from those experiences, but obviously apply them to the world and the industry that we are in, which is providing thought leadership to our institutional clients.
Yeah. So one is, obviously, you went to a client-centric experience of how do we bring all of these things together. The second thing is the technology complexities. You had so many different systems. What was playing in your mind at that time in terms of delivering that experience?
So I'm going to take a step back on this because you used the word simplification. And I think the simplification journey was twofold for us. There was simplification in the client experience, and we redid our navigation in a way that was much more intuitive, corresponded to the ways our clients think of consuming the content. But that simplification in terms of what we were surfacing for the clients was also accompanied by simplification around how we were doing it. Yeah. And I think that it's those two things coming together that really helped us accomplish our journey fully.
Can you talk personalization in the context of research?
So what we know is that clients want to consume the content that they subscribe to. So we had to give that prominence on our website. But we are also aware that clients miss a lot of things that we may have and they don't know we have. And it's about striking that balance between getting to what you want to get to and discovering things that you may not know about. So by working with your team and your design team, one of the concepts that we released was the concept of hubs, which allowed us to focus all of our content on particular market themes that were relevant to our investors. And we've since then launched hubs on tariffs, on powering AI, and those have been great technology tools, but that are being used at the service of surfacing content in a way that makes it easier to find the things that are the relevant market themes for clients.
You had a lot of legacy, but we moved around to bring in the modern architecture on top of the legacy because that was important for experience, to kind of deliver that. Can you talk about how you manage some of those, the large transformation programs?
So I think that one of the things we realized, and I'm going to speak to both elements, is that we needed to have technology that scaled to produce things programmatically in terms of surfacing themes, et cetera, and so that we could deliver the right experience for clients. Obviously, that required not only changing the technology stack that we were using, but also changing the operations behind that technology stack. And I think that if you want to be successful, you've got to align all of these things together. What technology tools are you using? Who is going to do what? At what point in the workflow? How are your approval workflows going to work to deliver that end state that you imagine through design? And the designs look great, but they've got to be underpinned by all of these things that need to work together in order to come up to produce the experience that we were able to produce.
So if you have to pick three things that were, that led to the success of this project, that a teachable three things that you think large, programs like this should really consider, what would that be?
I'll go back, continue to be client-centric.
Yep.
I think the second one is be ready to be told that you're wrong about what you think good might look like, because I think that we are all set in our ways and we've got to listen to the external feedback.
Yep.
And I think the third one is align your organization to deliver around the new objectives.
Yeah. What are you most happy about after the launch?
So a number of things. I think that launching hubs has been extremely timely for us because there are many market themes at the moment that lend themselves to that particular feature on the website. We have, as I said, simplified the navigation, and one of the best feedback that we received is, oh, it now makes sense, I can find things. So that may seem basic, but that's intuitively what you want. So we're continuing on that journey. We want to add more features to the website. I think that it's not, we're not done with that experience. We have the foundation to continue to build on it, and we're excited to do that.
So, Valerie, we have been obviously working on this journey for over the last 2 years. How has Capgemini been instrumental in working with you and enabling this program?
So we worked on two fronts. One was, what should that experience be? And then how do we power that experience? And I think that having those two tracks was critical to the success of the project. And honestly, I wouldn't have done it any differently. So I think that my perspective was, I'm going to make it your problem to join up the two.
Yep.
because you're aware of what we want to deliver. So it's going to be your problem, not mine. I mean, to a great extent, I have to look at what it is that we're delivering because only we understand that.
Yeah.
But I think that having that partnership where you are also forced not to think only as a technology organization, but as delivering the experience that we had imagined together was a great part of the success.
Valerie, thank you for your time. And it is always, a pleasure working with you because you not just raise the bar from a client experience standpoint, but you also raise the bar in terms of technology, challenging us. Really great working with you and looking forward to doing more work with you.
No, the pleasure has been ours, and it's great to be challenged and in everything that we do because this is how we become better at it.
Thank you.
Thank you.